Welcome to LPB Racing. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, and we hope you enjoy the content that you're about to see. LPB GT3 Sprint Series Round 3 Race 3 from Bathurst, Australia. Hi everyone, and welcome back to LPB Racing for the LPB GT3 Sprint Series on Project Cars 2. This is round 3, race 3 here from Bathurst, Australia, and we're getting ready for race 3 here in the dark, so it's going to be a bit more challenging this one in the dark conditions, cooler track temperature as well, and we'll now take you through the grid. And we've got Nifty Dark Ninja on pole position in the Acura NSX there, then it's Intrepid second place in the Porsche, then we've got Tim in third in the BMW, lights ablaze there. Bert in fourth there in his BMW, his teammate behind him there, and Pash and Darren together, the two teammates, fifth and sixth in the Ferraris. Then it's Growley in seventh in the Acura. Then it's Will in eighth in his BMW. Woo Woo is ninth, with Bidster back in 10th. Blakeney is 11th, and Neil Farmack back there in 12th. So Neil Farmack at the back in this one, got some work to do after his win last time. So here we go. Ready for the off here at Bathurst, and we're off we go down towards the first corner. Remember, no overtaking around the first corner, then they can overtake from there on, then onwards. Into the first corner we go. Nifty Dark Ninja goes through, and his lights are on, it's just that the game's not showing him as... Oh, in the background we've got someone off. Is that Growley? Will slowing down, so Will and Growley have had a coming together. Will seems to think he's guilty, and Growley then goes round, and Will now has got to wait for him and let him go through. So good sportsmanship there by Will, but action all the way here. So into the first few corners then we go. Turn 2, Intrepid goes wide, Bert goes through on the inside, Pash right behind him. Nifty's being challenged by Tim as well. Up the hill, Intrepid's lost 2 places already to the BMWs, and up the hill we go. Bert rubbing the wall there, very close to the outside. Pash comes through as well, Intrepid 5th, so Intrepid's gone right down to 5th place. He's being passed by Pash as well into the hairpin, so going backwards here. Oh, he goes wide again into the wall, not enjoying this car at all, I don't think. Darren and Woo Woo right behind him as well, looking for a way through. Woo Woo down through the mountain section. Intrepid again bounces off the wall, not a good start for him in this race. Down to the dipper. This is where it separates the men from the boys. Down to the bottom of the hill. Bidster's on the back of this bunch now as well. Oh, Intrepid has to shortcut because he didn't feel confident there. He's lost places, so he's okay. He's lost places, and he rejoins just in front of his teammate Bidster, who lets him go. So Woo Woo then challenging Darren. Blake and Neil quite close as well. Everyone close together here as Tim takes the lead from Nifty Dark Ninja. So Nifty Dark Ninja's made a mistake or being passed by Tim, and Tim takes the lead in this race. And judging on what we've seen so far, I think he might pull away. We'll see how we go there, but you never know, he might make a mistake. Further back, we've got quite a few people further back. Bidster there challenging his teammate Intrepid. Further up front we've got Woo Woo and Darren quite close together as well as we come down to the end through the chase. Onto the brakes, Darren defends the inside from Woo Woo, and a good defence there by Darren. Woo Woo a bit out of shape there as they go through the corner. Further back, Neil Farmack there, he's trying to close up to the back of that bunch as well. There's Bert and Pash Bert and Nifty there quite close, and Nifty's made a mistake. Bert passes him into second place. So it's now a Bert D Ski 1-2 here. So that team Bert D being transformed to Bert D Ski because Tim Ski's name put on the end of it. Oh, Darren makes a mistake there. Darren makes a mistake out of turn 1, and Woo Woo goes round the outside in the McLaren and goes right round him. But the Ferrari should have a bit more top end compared to the McLaren, but no, Woo Woo has got enough momentum and he pulls ahead as Pash and Nifty ahead. They've gone side by side through the mountain corner, and up the mountain we go. As in the background, Woo Woo and Darren still side by side to the bow. Contact, bang, 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 have that. It's war between the Acura and the Ferrari, but the Ferrari comes out on top there. It wins the war and comes out on top. Bit of a robust moves there, but again they were both carrying too much speed into the corner, and they both paid the price, and they end up swapping positions. Darren back in 6th. He's got Intrepid and Bidster and Intrepid are very close, the two teammates. Bidster light, obviously, Bidster lights on, but Intrepid has got his lights on, but it's just not showing it on the replay, unfortunately. So again, Project Cars physics and graphics striking again as we go down the dipper. Bidster following his teammate down the hill. Through we go, nicely done there. Out the corner, Intrepid makes a little mistake there. Bidster again just doesn't go for it yet. He's being quite careful because it is his teammate. He doesn't want to sort of chuck it in there unnecessarily. As now Intrepid goes wide and Bidster's going to try and get a run. I think he might try and get a run. We can't tell yet. He's right behind him, flashing his lights. He's going to go through, I think. As yeah, he's going through on the left-hand side of the track. Through he goes, and Intrepid then sucks him behind his teammate. Tim, meanwhile, 4 seconds ahead, absolutely dominant. Here's Woo Woo into the chicane. Brake, brake, brake! Don't hit the back of the Acura. Oh, that was very close. Here comes Bidster and Intrepid and Co. through the middle as well. Down to the last corner we go. So Bert second, Pash third, Nifty Dark Ninja in fourth, Woo Woo fifth, Darren sixth, Bidster seventh, and Neil in eighth. So that's the top eight positions. Tim's obviously still in the lead, 206.4, pulling away absolutely brilliantly. So Bidster now having a go at Darren. Darren runs wide. Bidster's going to try and get a good run here. Woo Woo's trying to attack Nifty Dark Ninja as well, who got a bad run out the corner also. So two pairs of cars side by side on this straight. Bidster and Darren and Woo Woo and Ninja, but Woo Woo's through on Nifty Dark Ninja ahead. He's through there into the position he goes, and there's Bidster and Darren into the corner, and Darren, oh, nerves of steel, holds on in the Ferrari. Not getting past me that easy, Bids. You're going to have to fight a bit harder than that, mate. But no, Darren holding his ground here and showing the Porsche what he's made of. Into the corner at the top, Neil Farmack closing on the back of these in his McLaren from the back of the field. Not good grid positions for Bidster in this one, but Neil Farmack had a good one in the other one, but still he got to fight his way up in this one as Neil Farmack and Bidster as we go up through the top of the mountain, and Bidster's doing a bit better in this Porsche. This one looks a bit more seated to the ground, and looks like, oh wow, Darren's lost it big time. No contact there. Darren's lost it big time. He's gone right round. He's in the gravel. We'll see him in a minute. There he goes. He's just waiting for the others to come past and rejoin safely. But Darren catches the gravel. I would imagine he would cut the curb or the gravel, and there he goes. He's coming through. He has still got lights on, guys. It's just that the game doesn't render him in. So when you've had a crash, but Darren down to last place then. Bidster up to fifth. Neil in 6th. Nifty Dark Ninja's gone down as well. Nifty Dark Ninja has made a mistake as well. He's had a massive off. He's down in 8th position. A disastrous race for him so far as well. And there's Will and Blake, the two teammates side by side. The one with the lights on the outside is Blakeney. As you go past the two BMWs side by side, battling for positions. Growley's like, come on boys, keep fighting, it helps me out. It's almost side by side through the chase, but Blakeney backs off. Will takes the position and goes into the corner and stays ahead of his teammate. So Will taking the place there from Blake. Further ahead, Bidster and Neil still together, trying to catch Pash and Woo Woo. Through the corner we go. 207.4 for Tim in the lead. Tim in the lead, massive gap here. 204.7. So 207.4, so the other way around, I will put my teeth in. 207.4 for Tim, 207.7 for Bert, so good lap times for both drivers there. 207.8 for Woo Woo, 1/10 off the leaders, and then Pash the 210 last time. Not the fastest lap for him, and he's got to watch out because he's got Bidster and Neil on the way who have done 209s and 208s, so they're closing on Pash, but they're not closing on Woo Woo, Bert and Tim. So we'll have to see what happens. There's Will. Well, Will goes past Nifty Dark Ninja, who runs wide again. No, Nifty Dark Ninja being absolutely hung out to dry and makes a mistake. I think he ran wide and hit the wall on the outside of the corner there. We'll get that clarified in the replay in a little while. But Nifty Dark Ninja goes back down to 11th place behind his teammate now, so not a good race for Growly Ninja. Down the bottom of the hill with Pash. Oh, Bidster has to shortcut there. He has slowed down. He's braked. He's lost time. He's gone back towards Neil, but I think he just got the car a bit sideways there on the way down the hill. Down the hill we go. Pash into the Forest Elbow and back down the hill. Brilliant to see Bathurst at night. Really, really good track and good atmospherics at night as well. As we go down the Conrod Straight, then Neil Farmack trying to catch up to Bids. He's got the draft now on the Porsche. See if he can close up. I don't think he'll be close enough for a move, but it will be close a bit time he gets to the chase and the corner at the bottom of the hill. Into the chase and onto the brakes, into the left-hander at the end. Massive gravel runoffs there on the inside and the outside, and ahead as well, because of the massive speeds that they're doing at the end of the straight, but luckily they all get through very nicely there. Woo Woo trying to pull away from Pash, Bidster and Neil together as well. Intrepid is with Will. Will's 4/10 header him. You'll see him there. There he is. The yellow BMW with the white Porsche behind him. Into the last corner. Intrepid's had a bit of a battering in this race because the car looks a bit more worse for wear as he gets, but he does get a good run out the last corner. And will he ever go Will into turn 1? He's having a look down the inside. He's down the inside. Oh, he's hit him. He's hit him. He wasn't really alongside enough for there. He should have really backed out of that, but Will did give him space, but Intrepid just too hard into the corner. Meanwhile, in the background, Growley's gone off, and Darren has gone to the back of the field. Darren has gone to the back of the field. He's had a massive off somewhere. He goes down to 12th. We missed that earlier. We'll get a replay on that now, along with everything else. Here's the replays of the first half of the race. Okay, here's the first of the replays then at the start of the race. Will is going to hit Growley here. Brakes way too late. Judge doesn't judge the speed properly and hits Growley round into the pit wall there, and Will then sensibly waits for him, but just misjudged his braking point there. Nothing intentional. Okay, now here's the replay. What happened to Darren in a lap 3 into the mounting corner, hits the wall on the inside, spins the car, and just loses control in front of Bidster, hits the wall, smack bang. Wow, that was a big incident there, but Darren then just waits to get going, waits for a gap, and then continues. We'll get another angle on that right now. Okay, here's another look at that with Darren now on board with Neil. So watch Darren's car, turns in too early, hits the wall, loses control of the car, and then round she goes the other way, and into the wall, round she goes, and she turns round and hits the wall. And just ahead of that, while all that was happening, this happened to Nifty Dart Ninja down into the dipper, turns in, loses the rear end, and bang, hits the edge of the tyre wall there, and that's how Nifty lost all his places. And then he gets going there, waits for Intrepid to go through, and rejoins in 8th place. There's another replay of Nifty Dart Ninja on lap 4, this time into the second corner. He goes wide, and then just does a switch of the car there, grazes the wall on the way out, and then slides the car, and then that's how he lost all those places and went down from 8th to 11th. And now back to the race. So as you come back from the replays then, Darren is in 12th, unlucky there for him. He's made a mistake there, as you could see. As Nifty Dart Ninja there and Blakeney very close, and Intrepid, they're all very close, having a nice fight there. But we've also got Pash and Bidster who are very close. Bidster's right behind Pash here, pressuring the back of the Ferrari as we go down to the dipper. Breaking down the dipper, Bidster's finally got the hang of this Porsche. It's 3 races too late, but he's finally got the hang of it, I think, and he's attacking the Ferrari of Pash now. Down to the Forest Elbow we go, on the brakes, down the hill. Oh, Pash slides the car in. Tokyo drift style for Pash. Bidster gets a fantastic run out of the corner and gets alongside him. You can see how he went wider line before he turned in, and then turned in really early, got the power on, and absolutely mows ahead of the Ferrari. Now the Pash has got the draft though. Down to the bottom of the hill. We'll stick with this battle for now. Down to the bottom of the hill we go. On the brakes, Bidster is ahead of Pash. Pash almost run into the back of him. Whoa! Bidster over the curbs there, touring car style there for Bids, and then onto the power we go, and Bidster holds on to his 4th place. Meanwhile, further back, Intrepid's gone down to 11th. He's had some kind of spin or an off somewhere. He's gone off down to 11th. And yeah, down to 11th he goes. Growley, Blake, Nifty and Will more move up a position. Back to the battle for 3rd place. Bidster leads the way. Now he's got to try and catch Woo Woo in the McLaren. As Neil has a massive off in the background, catches the grass and hits the wall. Very lucky not to spin the car there. That could have been a whole lot worse, but luckily survives and carries on in 6th place. There's Ninja with Blakeney and Growley behind. He's pulling away from Blake. He's finally made up a few little places there. So making up ground slowly, but did not help with the first half of the race. He went backwards and not able to make up the time from there, but let's see what he can make up in the rest of this race. Back to the battle up ahead. Woo Woo, Pash and Bidster, not in that order, it's Woo Woo, Bidster and Pash, but they're ditching Neil after he's made that mistake. Neil's gone a good couple of seconds behind Pash now in the Ferrari, and Woo Woo then has got the pressure now from Bidster, because Bidster looks like he's catching 207.7 last time round. So for Bidster, 208 for the others around him, 207.2 from Neil Farmack that last lap before he made that mistake. No wonder he made the mistake, because he was going that fast. I think he was overdriving the car. Absolutely insane stuff. Bert is being caught by Woo Woo and Bidster. Bert has done a 209.1 last time round, so he's had a big off. And speaking of offs, Woo Woo turns in too early, catches the wall on the inside, and now is Bidster's chance. He's got the draft. Woo Woo's got no answer to this, because he's got a draft. Let's see if he can get through. Can he go through? Will he brave it to go down side by side? It's Bidster, of course he is. Down the inside, Woo Woo's going to stay with him though, because Woo Woo is ruthless as well. He does not give up. Side by side through the chase we go. Bidster hogs the curb on the inside to give him room and gets through ahead of Woo Woo there. Good move there from Bidster through the chase, and through he goes into third place. Woo Woo then down to fourth. Next target is Bert. And Bert is looking like he's a bit vulnerable here. He's not really doing the same lap times as he was before. The car looks a little bit worse for wear. Might have had just a tiny rub-in with a wall somewhere out down the dipper, just at a guess. But into the first corner we go. And Bert, nice and steady through there, not too bad through there. Looks like he might be gaining some pace back, but we'll have to see in the next coming laps. Lap 7 of 9 here at Bathurst. Let's run you through the order here. So Tim is in the lead. Timanovsky is in the lead. Tim, the German driver, absolutely dominating things here. He won race 1 in good fashion as well, and he's about to do the same in race 3. So good job by Tim so far. Bert is in second place, and he is under pressure now from Bidster, who's flashing his lights at him. He means business, Bidster. He's finally got on the pace in that Porsche, but like I said earlier, it's 3 races too late. But let's see what he can do here. He's on the back of Bert up the top. We'll go through the rest of the order in a moment. We're just going to stay with this battle that's happening here as we go through the corner. I'll run down the orders. The battle's going on as Bert makes a little mistake there. But yeah, it's Bert in second, Bidster third, Woo Woo's in fourth, Pash is fifth, Neil Farmack in the McLaren is sixth, Will is seventh in the BMW, Nifty is eighth in the Acura. Bert goes sideways there, very sideways. Luckily Bidster can't get through there. Oh, very lucky there. Blake ninth in BMW, Growley is in 10th in his Acura. 11th is Intrepid in the second Porsche, and then Darren is in 12th in the Ferrari. So that is the order so far on the top left of your screen. But the main battle at the moment is the battle for second place, and it looks like it might be between 3 cars, because Woo Woo is catching up to the back of the Porsche and the BMW ahead of him in his McLaren. So because that McLaren looking very, very stable around the twisty sections, but Bert is definitely under threat here. On the brakes, Bert's brake too late, he's way too fast into the corner, off onto the grass he goes and succumbs to the pressure from Bidster, and Bidster goes through, Woo Woo goes through as well, and Bert then rejoins in 4th. I think he's going to be 4th, he might get passed by Pash, no he's not, so 4th place for Bert then. So not unlucky for him, he's gone down the order a bit, and Woo Woo and Bidster go through for 2nd and 3rd. Woo Woo is catching up to the back of Bidster as well, so we're going to watch out for that battle. Bidster's not got it home and dry yet in 2nd place. Woo Woo is definitely on the back of him and putting the pressure on. Let's have a look further back, see if we've got any of the battles further back. I don't think we have. We've got Will in 7th on his own. We've got Nifty there in 8th with Blake and his lights on behind him. We've got Growley back in 10th place, 11th for Intrepid and 12th for Darren. Not having a good race, Darren, in this one. I think this is one of those ones to forget and move on to next week. But meanwhile, Bidster, Woo Woo into the corner. Bidster sliding the car into the apex there. Pressure is on. He's got to try and get a move on here. Bert, meanwhile, has got Neil Farmack and Pash behind him. Pash goes back down to 6th place. Neil Farmack up to 5th. So Pash goes down and Neil Farmack moves up. Bert is now under pressure from the McLaren. Through the corner we go. Whoa, close to the wall. That was much closer than that and you'll be sparking it. Absolutely insane stuff there as you go down to the dipper. In the dipper we've got Bidster and Woo Woo. Now Woo Woo's car is should be theoretically be faster down the dipper. Woo Woo spun in the dipper. Woo Woo spun. That is not a good place to spin. Let's go on the board. He's actually sideways across the track. He's got a quick bit of room to turn around now before the other cars get to him. Quick. Oh, Will, I think he's been told. He just moves out of the way. And now Woo Woo gets going, but Woo Woo makes a mistake. All the way down to 7th place he goes. Nifty Dark Ninja's on his way, but he can't get through. Let's have a look. No, Woo Woo gets going finally, but he's in 7th place now. That is not where he needs to be. Back onto the straight then. Bert escapes in third. And now it's Neil Farmack and Pash behind him still. So Woo down to 7th place, and he's got to try and get some kind of positions made up if he needs to get the points in for his team. But now it's Neil and Pash doing the attacking on Bert. And Bidster's now got a bit of a gap on his own here. So Tim is on his last lap. Timanowski on his last lap here. The German driver on his last lap. Doing a good job here in the BMW. 10 seconds ahead of the field. A true class act here. And showing that he means business for LPB Racing in the future. Bidster is in 2nd place. Yep, he's in 2nd place, just coming over the brow of the hill there. Bert is in the background, and now he's got Neil Farmack 8/10 behind him. Neil Farmack is getting closer and closer to the back of that BMW of Bert. And now Bert's just going to try and hold on if he can for his 3rd place. Neil Farmack closing up. Pash is trying to stick with these boys as well, but the Ferrari is not having the stability of the McLaren and the BMW around these top sections. Up the mountain we go. Nice job there from Bert. Good acceleration out the corner. Good line as well. Back to Nifty Dark Ninja. He's been passed by Woo Woo. Woo Woo makes up a place in the McLaren. So there goes Woo, makes up a place in the McLaren. As Bert's had enough, and there's contact with the Ferrari. Absolutely madness. As Bert makes contact with the Ferrari, slows down. He couldn't help that. I think he had some kind of moment. Neil Farmack's gone through, and Bert then goes down to 4th. Pash, he was trying to sort of avoid him, but Bert was trying to get going and give Bert his due. It was a narrow bit of the track. You can't really avoid people that easy in that bit, but Bert goes down to 4th place there. Not good for him, and Neil Farmack gets a position into 2nd place, and that will help him in the points race of trying to catch Bidster, because Bidster's not had a good round here. As Pash into the Forest Elbow. Bert and Pash bouncing off the walls. Not good for them. But Tim's almost home for the win, but just going to go quickly back to this battle. They've got the Ferrari and the BMW close together. Down the straight we go. Pash has got to draft him now, and he's got a last chance into the chase. But out the last corner, Tim is coming around to win his 2nd race in LPB Racing. Weaves across the line. He's happy. Well done to Tim. Fantastic result there for him and the team Bertie as well. Bidster in 2nd place. He finally gets on the podium, but it's 2 races too late, I think. So Bidster gets across the line in 2nd place. A good sort of redemption for his other 2 races. Neil Farmack takes a good 3rd. A very consistent round there from Neil Farmack, and a very well done indeed to him. Bert holds on to 4th, but he could have been 2nd in that race, but Bert holds on for a good 4th place there, with Pash in 5th right behind him. Will is in 6th, makes up for some other people's mistakes, and 6th place for him. Woo Woo down in 7th after the mistake earlier. Nifty Dark Ninja kept with him though. Good for Nifty Dark Ninja in 8th. Blake in 9th. Growley is going to come across the line in 10th position there. 10th position for Growley in his Acura there across the line. And then it's Intrepid. He's going to be in 11th. A disastrous round for him. Not quite the car that him and Bidster wanted to use around here, but they thought it was good, but it wasn't in the end. 11th place for Intrepid, and Darren is still coming down the straight, but he's definitely going to finish in 12th. So guys, we'll just go and get the results and the replays in for you now. Here's the replays of the 2nd half of the race. Here's a replay of what happened to Intrepid on lap 5, going into the dipper. Nifty Dark Ninja right behind him, loses the rear end on the way into the corner, exactly what Nifty did a few laps ago. And he goes right across the track. Growley hits him, couldn't avoid him there, and the car was just going backwards. He gets the car turned around, but he's right back down in 11th place now. Okay, here's the replay of something that happened between Pash, Neil and Bert on lap 8. Up to the mountain we go, 2nd corner. Bert runs wide, hits the wall. Pash hits the back of him, slows himself down, luckily not to spin there, and Neil Farmack goes straight through past Pash into 5th place. So all of them very lucky to get away with that. Okay, here's a replay of what happened to Woo then on lap 8 for his spin down the dipper. Watch here, slides the car onto the grass as a little twitch, hits the wall, round she goes, not the place where you want to be. Oh, Bert just squeezes through, so does Neil, so does Pash. Very lucky indeed, good awareness play on them as well, and we were all on the microphones telling each other as well. Will's going to come through now. Just, I think, yeah, just gets through there, and then Woo gets going, but right down in 7th place. Okay, here's a replay of what happened to Bert then on lap 9. He goes hits the wall there as he runs wide. Neil Farmack goes through and bang! hits Burt, and then Burt, then that's what we saw as he goes back on and hits Pash. So we'll have to get another angle on that, but it looked a bit aggressive. Okay, here's another angle on Bobby Neil Farmack. So Burt makes his mistake there, hits the wall, and then he goes through a gap. He's got the overspeed, but then just carries too much speed, and that's very hard to judge that, whether that was sort of Neil's fault or not. But then Pash gets hit into the wall as well, and Neil goes through. So we'll have to get that looked at again. Okay, here's another replay of that now, but on Bobby Neil in slow motion. So we're looking at, see Burt's just hit the wall. We're going through on the inside, and then Burt actually turns in quite a lot there, and then sort of Neil sort of goes through. It's very, very hard to judge that, and I'm not sure if there's going to be any action taken, because that was very, very hard to tell who did what. We'll just rewind and have another little look on Bobby Burt now. So obviously he hits the wall, and then we're slowing down again into the corner. Neil's through on the inside, but Burt does come across there. You can see he comes across. Neil comes through with the overspeed, but it is a very narrow section of track to overtake on and very risky. So I'm not really sure which way the stewards are going to go on that, but we'll have to see. That was the replays of the second half, and now we go to the results. So it is Tim who takes victory in race 3. Well done to Tim. So it's 2 victories for him in a round. So well done to him. It is Bidster in second place with Neil Farmack in third. We've got Burt in fourth. There's no further action on that incident, by the way, just so you know. Pash in fifth over the page, and then it is Will in sixth. That penalty of 5 seconds obviously doesn't affect anything. Woo seventh. Nifty in eighth. Blake finishes in 9th with Growley in 10th. Again, the penalty doesn't count. And Intrepid in 11th with Darren in 12th. And now we go to the overall standings after round 3. This is Bidster in the lead on 145 with Neil Farmack on 138, just behind him in second. Third is Pash on 123 with Woo on 113, 10 points behind. Burt in fifth on 80 points, 76 points for Intrepid in sixth. Nifty Dark Ninja 7th on 72 points, with Blake on 69 points, with Will, his teammate, 1 point behind in 9th. We've got 10th for Growly Bear on 63 points, with 1 point ahead of Twirdy on 62. Tim on 59 after 1 round, well, a good haul of points there, and Darren on 52 in 13th. Woolmac lead the team's championship on 251, with Bids Pid on 221. We've got 201 for Burt D, so quite close there at the top. Dash on 175. 137 for Wilney, and Growling Ninja round off the teams on 135. So as we come back from that then, your winner is Tim there in the BMW. Fantastic win there for Tim in his BMW. Fantastic win for him. Absolutely incredible on your first round with LPB Racing, and you just go and win 2 races. Brilliant job by Tim, and we will see you guys next time for round 4 of the championship, which will be at Watkins Glen GP circuit over in Eastern America. We'll see you for that one, guys. Take care. Thanks for watching, everyone. That was a brilliant round round Bathurst. Don't forget to like and subscribe to LPB Racing for more brilliant action in the future. And next time, everyone, it's going to be round 4 of the season, which is going to be at Watkins Glen in the USA. So we'll see you then, everyone.